how the great Indian telecom revolution turned into a tragedy of losses and job cuts. Even the biggest skeptics of India's post-1991 growth story cannot deny the triumphant telecom revolution. With over 1.21 billion Indians owning a mobile phone, more than the population of the US and Indonesia put together, nothing can come close to the transformation mobiles have ignited among Indians. A humble effort that started to augment the paltry teledensity in the late 1990s has turned languid India into a digitally charged democracy where internet users are expected to reach 500 million by June 2018. Nevertheless, while nearly 900 million Indians are still offline, that's 70% of 1.3 billion people, and 1 billion are yet to own a smartphone, India's unprecedented communication revolution is now coughing up scary headlines. Telecom bellwether Bharti Airtel's India's operation posted first ever loss in 15 years in the March quarter. Idea Cellular, on its way to merge with Vodafone India, reported a threefold rise in a consolidated net loss at Rs 962.20 crore in Q4 FY18. Even the aggressive newbie Reliance Jio, which dragged other telcos to losses through its cutthroat pricing, failed to sustain revenue growth during the same period. Jio's revenue growth slowed to 3.6% in Q4, much lower than the 11.9% growth it reported in Q3 FY18. Meanwhile, the worst piece of news is that the telecom sector is expected to see at least 90,000 job cuts this year. Since 2017, it has already lost 40,000 jobs. It goes without saying that India's world-acclaimed telecom revolution had generated immense job opportunities in the country. Losses, job cuts, and closures had never been a part of India's telecom renaissance. So, what has happened to this splendid growth story? Why is India's burgeoning mobile services business bleeding in an unseen fashion despite the untapped potential of business expansion, no shortage of spectrum, rather an oversupply, limited competition, and also aggressive pricing? The crisis in telecom sector is a result of recent policy miscarriages and disconnected government interventions. The recent crisis started in March 2015 with the so-called biggest spectrum auction fetching Rs 1.10 lakh crore. Before the government could actually reap the revenue windfall, the mega auction left telcos with broken finances. The second spectrum auction in 2016 failed to generate enthusiasm among industry leaders and ended up with a paltry sale of Rs 65,000 crore against the target of Rs 5.6 lakh crore. After buying spectrum at exorbitant prices, telcos unleashed a borrowing spree and piled up a debt of Rs 7.7 lakh crore in their books. In March 2018, after hectic lobbying, telecom companies secured a Rs 55,000 crore bailout. The cabinet allowed telecom companies to pay spectrum fees in 16 years instead of 10 years. They were allowed to keep additional spectrum beyond their need. In 2014 to 15, the telecom sector was struggling with slowdown, closures, and job cuts triggered by the 2G scam. The expensive spectrum shopping proved lethal for incumbent telecos amid aggressive entry by Reliance Jio. However, after showcasing initial success, Jio is staring at revenue slowdown while capital expenditure is on the rise. The crisis of telecom sector is now far deeper than expected. The consumer-level wireless spends in India hit a new low in the December 2017 quarter, both in absolute terms and as a percentage of nominal GDP, according to Quarterly Performance Indicators Report or PIR of TRI. Consumer-level spends are down nearly 30% versus pre-Jio launch levels, with similar levels of decline in both prepaid and postpaid segments. The mobile subscriber base has also declined to 115.19 crores by the end of January 2018 from 116.7 crore in December end in 2017, with smaller operators losing the bulk of their customers. These trends are adequately manifested in the fresh numbers of telecom companies.
Like and share this video, and for more news and updates subscribe to our YouTube channel.